Yo, shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Yo, tough day to be a Raiders fan. I mean, every day is pretty much a tough day to be a Raiders fan, right? But today is an even tougher day to be one. And we're going to talk about it. I know everybody watched this Super Bowl today. A blown call at the end of the game that could have potentially gave Philadelphia an opportunity to come back to win this game. It was terrible because this is literally one of the best Super Bowls that I've seen in many years. You cannot make a call like that with this type of game at this time, right? I mean, it was a hell of a game. Jalen Hurts' career game, man, he looked phenomenal, especially in the first half, man. Looked crazy. Mahomes coming back from, that ankle injury and coming back in the second half and doing what he did. This is a tough, tough day to be a Raiders fan, man. Today, the Chiefs have finally caught up with us, you guys. They officially have 3 rings. Denver has 3. We have 3. The Chargers have 0. And we're going to talk about that today because I want to make myself feel better somehow, some way, right? So I feel like we have to dedicate like 10 or 15 minutes of this show just talking shit about the Chargers. Y'all cool with that? I feel like somehow, some way to try and make ourselves feel better about ourselves today, we have to talk shit about the San Diego / Los Angeles Chargers. Why not? Not only did the Chiefs win the Super Bowl today, we also found out that Derek Carr chose violence today. Came out Super Bowl Sunday basically saying he will not be waiving his no trade clause and pretty much cut him. So I don't really know what else. The only thing I'm looking at this point, right, you guys, I think the only thing that I'm looking at that can maybe be a positive out of all today is maybe Andy Reid retires. I repeat, maybe, just maybe, Andy Reid says, you know what? I've done everything I needed to do in the NFL. I am done. I am retiring. And at that point, who's to say who Patrick Mahomes is without Andy Reid, right? At this point, let's just hope and pray that Andy Reid says, you know what? I'm out of here. And I know earlier he kind of flirted with the idea. I know then he said, I believe that he wasn't. I don't know, right? People change their minds left and right. I think he'll come down from this high of the Super Bowl and then really, truly make his decision at this point, right? I do know that he just said at the end of the game that he will not be retiring, but who's to say he does not change his mind, right? We don't know. We don't know. Shout out to Black Sales Sports Talk. Salute, family. Crazy penalty. They gave KC 2 important games back to back. We take the trash out tomorrow. Time to go out and get our ring next year. Talk that shit, my brother. Shout out to Black Sales Sports Talk. And I haven't forgotten about you, King. I'm definitely going to reach out to you, my brother, on IG and shoot the shit with you. Shout out to Cali Raider. Salute to the nation. Oh, yeah, Graphk. FKC. Factory outlet. No cap at all. No cappuccino. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. So also today, let's talk about the bullshit, right? We'll get all the bullshit out the way. We talked about the Chiefs. Philly played a hell of a game. That defense, man, was non-existent at times, man. They looked really good early on, and then they just shit the bed. That was a terrible call on Bradbury, though. I feel for him, man. But hey, it is what it is. The Chiefs have officially tied us with 3 rings. We move on into the offseason. Yes, Derek Carr did not waive his no trade clause, so he will be getting released by Tuesday, I believe, unless our regime gets very, very petty and holds on to him and says, no, Not so easy, King. We will pay you that money and put a clipboard in your hand and go draft a young quarterback and have you on the sidelines, which I do not believe that Ziegler or Josh McDaniels will do that. I think they'll free up that cap space and potentially go out and get a guy that is spending the next 4 days in darkness. Aaron Rodgers. Hondo came out today, shout out to Hondo Carpenter, in one of his articles stating that the Raiders are interested in Aaron Rodgers, that they have reached out to Green Bay to see what it would take in order to get him, right? We cannot talk to Aaron Rodgers ourselves. You already know that is tampering, but we do have one guy on our roster that is best friends with Aaron Rodgers at this point, in which is Devontae Adams. So I am pretty sure that they have talked about the idea, flirted with the idea of him coming to Las Vegas. So at this point, all we can do is just basically sit back and just wait for him to come out of this blackness vacation that he's dealing with. And just hopefully he comes out and says, you know what? I want to be a Raider. So the rumors are flying, you guys, that yes, we have contacted Green Bay. There's no sure thing that this will happen. Aaron Rodgers can pretty much dictate wherever he wants to go at this point. If he says, I want to be a Raider, they'll make it happen. It does sound as though it may take maybe a mid-round pick, maybe even a third. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't sound as though we would have to part ways with any firsts and all that other stuff because, you know, A-Rod can either retire or move on, right? I mean, or go anywhere go where he pleases, whether that's with us or the Jets, or there could be another dark horse team that maybe he looks at this point. But I am hoping that the darkness is our kind of darkness, the silver and black. Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking. Shout out to Cali Raider. If we got A-Rod, what's the plan for the defense? Well, the thing is this, if you go get A-Rod, and I think we talked about this a lot, Cali, it doesn't look as though that much money will be allocated to the salary cap this year with A-Rod, right? I believe it would be somewhere around the $15 million range if it's post-June. So post-June, if we do decide on trading for Aaron Rodgers, if he agrees to say, I want to be a Raider, and we make this trade official post-June, I believe it's like $15 million this upcoming season. And at that point, you still got a lot of money to play with the defense. We just freed up, I believe, what, $25-30 million if we do move on from Derek Carr, which it sounds as though we are going to do so. That's a lot of money. We can definitely allocate that towards the defense. And you guys, I believe we have like 11 picks at this point. So we can definitely still fix this defense in the draft. And like I said before, in a million lives, that's what great teams do. You know what I mean? A lot of teams build their defenses through the draft. And you can look at, you know, the Legion of Boom. We can go back to New England's defenses. They mixed in a kind of blend of veterans with young guys, right? I mean, defenses do it year in and year out. KC went out this year and got some guys that helped their defense in the draft, right? So at this point, we will still have money to free up for defense, even if we do go out and get A-Rod. There will be a way to make this happen. But I'm going to be real with y'all, man. The way Jalen Hurts looked out there, man, you know, a guy that's on a rookie contract, it does have me kind of excited, you know what I'm saying, about the idea of going out and getting a young guy in the draft, whether you trade up for CJ Stroud or you sit there at 7 and hope that maybe a Levis or Anthony Richardson drops to you at 7, right? There is some young guys in this draft that we can say, you know what, man, let's just go young. I just don't know if the plan with Zeke and Josh McDaniels is make it happen right now, because I don't know if they think in their heads that they can go another year or two with this team struggling, right? So it all depends on if Josh McDaniels and Zeke feel like they're on a hot seat right now. If Mark Davis says, no, you guys have another 2-year window to get this shit right, then maybe, just maybe, we do go out and get a young guy. You know what I mean? A guy that's mobile. You've seen what happened in this. And I think, didn't Jalen Hurts have over 70 yards rushing? Patrick Mahomes made some big plays with his legs. At the end of the day, we got to go get a guy that is a dual threat, that can use his legs and use his arm. I've said this before a million times. CJ Stroud is a guy that is not a traditional a pocket passer. He can use his legs. A lot of people, he's a pocket guy. Well, guess what? Josh McDaniels loves his pocket passers. But in today's NFL, you have to have a guy that, can get loose here and there with his legs. And I believe CJ Stroud can be that guy. And then we all know Anthony Richardson is a dual threat. We all know Will Levis is a dual threat. There are a lot of guys in this draft that you can look at, in order to bring in on a rookie contract that can potentially get it done. You know what I mean? There is some names out there, you guys. Trust and believe. If A-Rod does not come, there is also some options out there in the draft. But the thing is this, you guys, it will cost less. I repeat, it will cost less to go get A-Rod than it would be to trade up to get CJ Stroud. You're going to have to give up a bunch of draft capital to move up from 7 to 4 or wherever it is, a first rounder, a second. There's going to be a lot of draft capital attached to that if you have to move up to go get one of these guys. I'd rather give up a mid-round pick and take on that contract and bring in A-Rod this year and just go get a guy in the middle rounds. And I've said that a million times. I hate to sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's just facts. In a perfect world, you go get A-Rod and you go get a Hendon Hooker in the middle rounds and you develop him to be that guy, right? Jalen Hurts was a mid-round pick as well, you know what I mean, out of Alabama. He was a mid-round pick, you know what I mean, Oklahoma, Alabama, wherever you want to, you know what I mean, both. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there's plenty of options to do so, but today it does look as though our Raiders have reached out. It sounds as though Josh McDaniels is interested in bringing in A-Rod, and they have reached out to Green Bay, according to Hondo Carpenter. So we can take that kind of with a grain of salt at this point. I don't know who in this game really has any say on what Josh McDaniels and Zeke are doing. So I'm going to kind of pump the brakes on that because I believe these guys really do hold their cards very tight to their chest, right? I don't think these guys really leak a lot of information out there, you know what I mean, to the public. So I don't know if Hondo really knows what the hell is going on. I don't know if one of these guys actually told Hondo that we've reached out to Green Bay. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I mean, these days we don't know who the fuck to believe in. You know what I mean? We don't know. If we can't, most of the time we can't believe the beat writers. We can't believe the YouTubers. It's just a lot of shit going on that I don't know. Only time will tell. Let me see. Get them questions in, y'all. Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. I appreciate you guys. Wipe them feet. Hit them thumbs up. Tough day for the nation, man. PFF has Stroud dropping to us in every mock draft. PFF is terrible. So I got to take that bridge back with a grain of salt as well, King. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't trust PFF at all. You know what I mean? Devontae Adams equals Kelsey next year. No. In a perfect world, 2 mangoes. Darren Waller is Travis Kelce. In a perfect world, he is healthy next year. We seen today there was 2 great tight ends making very big plays for these 2 teams in the Super Bowl. We have to make sure that we have our tight end on deck and prepared for next season. Healthy, because look, man, I seen what those guys did today. Gobert and Kelsey. You have to have, a security blanket in a sense, right? We always look at tight ends as like a quarterback security blanket and running back, right? But in a perfect world, Devontae Adams is Devontae Adams. And Darren Waller is that Kelsey-esque type guy. But I mean, let's just keep it a buck, man. Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the NFL by a long stretch. And it hurts me to say that, but it's just facts. Travis Kelce is literally goated in the NFL right now. He's the best tight end in the league. Let me see. Some BS docs. How are the Raiders supposed to keep up with this shit, bro? Look, man, this Kansas City thing didn't happen overnight, the Gaffler. You know what I mean? Like, they moved on, you know what I'm saying, from Alex Smith. Went and traded up in the draft to go get Mahomes. You know what I mean? It was a work in progress. It took some time for him to hit the field. This takes time. You know what I'm saying? We just have to find some stability within this organization. Let's just find the guy who is going to be the guy. Now we know that Derek Carr is not going to be the guy. Let's find the guy that is going to be the guy, and let's build on that. You know what I'm saying? The AFC West is going to be tough. I'm telling y'all now, I'm not expecting Russell Wilson to ever return to the form he was in Seattle. But I'm going to say this. He has a very, very, very tough defense in Denver to back him. And he has a coach like Sean Payton that is going to work out the kinks in his game. He is only going to get better next year. Herbert is only going to get better with Kellen Moore as his OC. This is going to be a very, very scary division moving forward. We have to get our shit together this offseason immediately. Shout out to Primos. The Chiefs are the new Patriots. Calls are always going to go their way. That holding call proved it. And I believe that. I definitely believe that. Yeah, you guys, I tweeted today, right? To make myself feel better. I just put this on Instagram and Twitter. To make myself feel better, right? Who is down? We got to go find this guy, right? The guy that got in the way of Devontae Adams in the tunnel at Arrowhead. Let's go find that man and jump him, bro. How do y'all feel about that? I need to make myself feel better. Let's go find this guy that jumped in front of Devontae Adams to try to get a bag out of him. Let's go find that man and jump him. Let's jump him. Put a 1 in the comment section if y'all are down to go find that little nerd and go jump him. I am Punchy. Shout out to you, man. I've known AP for years, my brother. That's my dog. That's my big bro. Shout out to my bro, man. Every time I'm in Vegas, I'm tapped in with my brother, man. That's my bro. That is my bro. Shout out to Johnson. The refs cheated for those damn Chiefs. Yeah, man. That last play, I got to say this, right? They definitely ruled that penalty in their favor. That definitely went in the Chiefs' favor. But at the end of the day, man, Jalen Hurts would have had to get the ball back and come back down and score regardless. So I'm not going to say that Philadelphia would have won the Super Bowl, but they took a chance away from Philadelphia to come back down and score to beat these guys with maybe a minute or two left on the clock, right? So at the end of the day, I'm not going to say that the Chiefs won this game because of that call. I'm going to say they won this game potentially because of that call. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Shout out to my brother Sultan in the building. Josh, bro, come on, man. I'm 6 hours away from Kansas City, bro. Pull up. Let's ride. Let's ride, man. Let's ride, man. Yeah, CJ, this is facts, bro. That fumble by Hurts hurt them in the end. It definitely did. Definitely did. But you know what, though, man? I have to say this, CJ. Hurts damn near played a perfect game outside of that fumble that ended up having, what was it, Nick Bolton? That ran that TD back. That definitely hurt them in the end. It definitely did. But Hurts played a hell of a game. Defense was non-existent. Hurts kind of took the game into his own hands. AJ Brown had a big game for them. Their tight end Gobert had a huge game for them. At the end of the day, this was a hell of a game. I hate to see shit like that come down to that last call, man. It sucks. This is one of those games where you just got to let these guys play. Let them play. This is the Super Bowl, man. To be honest with you, who's to say Philadelphia will ever get back to this position? In a minute, they're going to have to pay Jalen Hurts. That takes a lot of their money off the table, right? I mean, look at all their free agents. Miles Sanders, free agent. Hargrove, free agent. Sue, free agent. Fletcher Cox, free agent. James Bradbury, free agent. Who else? Gardner, free agent. They have so many free agents on that team right now. They went all in specifically to win a championship this year. So to see a team literally go all out and say, you know what, we're going all in this season to win, and for it to end like that, that is terrible, man. I hate to see shit like that. Philadelphia did everything right this season to build that team to get them to this point. So for to see them go out like that, that is terrible, man. That is terrible. I feel like at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts should have had the ball in his hands to either lose the game for his team or win that game for his team. Regardless of if Kansas City scored or not, at the end of the day, they should have had the ball in simple and plain. It sucks, man. Vega, this is facts. That front four was a no-show. Their defensive line definitely shit the bed today. And I've talked about how dope they were in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball all season long. One of the greatest offensive lines in the league and one of the greatest defensive lines in the league as well. That defensive line did not do what they were supposed to do this year at all. And it sucks, man, because I knew, and I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If you don't, follow me at Graphk Raider or follow me at Graphk916 on Instagram. I pointed out right when his ankle went down, I said, this is what I tweeted right here, you guys. This is exactly what I tweeted, man. I want to show you guys this, man, because I felt like this was coming. And I'm going to show you both tweets that I had. Shout out to everybody in the building. Wipe them feet. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. It's right here. Hold on. Damn, I don't even know where the hell it is now. But I'll just say this. I pretty much said once that ankle happened, right? Where's it at? Where is it at? I'll say this. I pretty much said this is going to be a Willis Reed type situation. Right when he limped off the field and went to the bench, I just knew that this was going to be somewhat of a Willis Reed type situation. For those who don't know, Willis Reed, NBA GOAT, got injured, came back out. I believe it was game 7. Was it game 7, game 6, game 7? I forgot what it was. But I just knew in my heart of hearts that he was going to come back out and win this champion. The narrative was going to be Patrick Mahomes came out and beat Philadelphia on one leg. And voila, there you go. His Willis Reed moment. His Willis Reed moment. And it also helped that Rihanna had the longest concert in the world at halftime. So, you know, Patrick Mahomes probably went into the half and got 1 million injections in that damn ankle, right? The longest halftime in the world was the perfect time for the Chiefs to regroup and get Patrick Mahomes back healthy and get moving. But I just knew. I knew at that point, man, that when he went down, I was like, here we go. Here we go. But it is what it is. I know they gave Mahomes all the drugs in the world at half, just like when Rodgers played off a half a perk. Talk that shit right now. Talk it. And I got to say this, you guys. Yes, the Chiefs did win the Super Bowl, but ASAP Rocky is definitely the winner tonight. That man shot up Rihanna's venue again. He shot up Rihanna's club again, and he has another baby on the way with Rihanna. He is the real GOAT. I swear, I would have been happy because Mahomes shouldn't have got the MVP. Jalen Hurts should have. I don't give a shit what nobody says. That man statistically and just outplayed Mahomes all day. ASAP Rocky should have ran up right out on the field at the end of the day, and the commissioner should have handed ASAP Rocky the MVP for tonight's game. Period, point blank, the end. ASAP Rocky got Rihanna pregnant 2 years back to back. MVP candidate. Period, point blank, the end. He is officially the GOAT. That man never has to rap another day in his life. He has secured the bag with one of the most beautiful women in the world. He is a certified GOAT. MVP of tonight's game, ASAP High Stakes Rocky. Word to my brother, man, wasted. Factory outlet. Laker Nation, I don't know what world you living in, but you like the Lakers, so I get it. Shout out to my boy Laker Nation. Yeah, facts. He wasted no time, King. Gus, he wasted no time. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. A Harlem dude. Like Harlem dudes is about their money, man. Every Harlem guy I know is about his bag. And guess what? ASAP Rocky ain't no different, man. Secured the baggery. Let me see. Shout to, oh shit, hold on real quick, y'all. Let me see. Shout out to my dog Primos. What are your thoughts on Jacob saying that the Raiders need to build around him, play less? Look, I agree. I think he would. I think he'll play on that franchise tag if we go out and get an A-Rod and put a defense around him. Why not? I definitely believe him. We talked about that on a live the other night as well, Primos. I definitely believe that Josh means that. Josh comes off as a guy, meeting him at the Pro Bowl, he comes off as a guy that don't bullshit. When he says something, he means it. That's the kind of person that he seems like. He carries himself as a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Josh Jacobs just saying something in the public eye just to say it. I think that it's all factory outlet on his end. Let me see. Yeah, most definitely would have gotten her pregnant again too. Ricardo, this is facts, man. Oh, shit. My bad, 88. I did not see your super, King. Where is it, bro? Shout out to my brother Wasted. I see you in the building, King. I do not see your super, bro. Shout out to Kenny Mack. He said, I'd rather beat up DC4. You stupid, bro. You stupid. Hey, the good thing is in the next 2 days, bro, we're moving on. We're moving on. We don't have to worry about it anymore. It is what it is. Shout out to my dog, Kenny Mack. Shout out to Cali. If y'all don't hear at Wasted say fuck the Chiefs, this is facts. 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 Wasted ain't look. Real talk, bro. Let me see. Am I missing another super, bro? I didn't see the other super. Oh, here we go. Boom. Got you. Shout out to my dog, 88. Sick of these Chiefs and trash Carr. Go get Rodgers and Stroud, or maybe even both of them. Let's get in the dance. The defense held on the leads until they couldn't last season. Talk that shit. But I'll say this, man. Yes, the defense did enough in certain games, but I don't want a defense anymore that can just do enough, right? Because there is going to be times where the defense needs to carry the offense. That's just facts. It is facts, right? I mean, I'll be real. This past season, I seen that defense. I said, this ain't a defense that's going to really, on paper, I'm like, they could be cool. They could be underrated. But I'm looking at the offensive side of the ball and saying this offense is going to have to win us some games. You know what I mean? And moving forward, I don't want that. I want a defense that can go out there and make a stop, make a big play, potentially put up 7 points for you. I need a defense that's not going to do just enough. I want a defense that's going to go out there and potentially win you some games. And we can do that. We just got to draft well, and we have to look at some of these free agents. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going to look at some of these Philadelphia free agents because all year long their defense was stacked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they shit the bed today, but I'm definitely going to look at a bunch of those guys, you know, the Hargroves of the world, the James Bradberries of the world, the Gardner, you know, of the world, if they allow him to leave, in which I think he'll be very expensive. They gave up some nice draft capital to New Orleans to get him. So I don't know if they're going to keep. I think they'll keep him around. I think they'll pay him. But at the end of the day, I'm going to see them. I'm looking at that defensive line and saying, how can I get our defensive line stacked up like theirs? I mean, that wasn't a penalty, bro. If you look back at the tape, that was not a penalty at all. It wasn't. I don't know. I've seen some people even trying to argue that it was. I'm like, dog, like how? Like, that was not a penalty. They got to let these guys play, man. They have to let these guys play. And I got to go back and look at the full play because I just kept looking at this replay over and over and over where it didn't show the full play, right? It looked like it wasn't even a catchable ball, right? And all he did was touch his back. He didn't pull on him. He didn't grab him. He didn't do any of that shit. Right, Rex, where was that? I didn't see that. Exactly, Elite. He was within 5 yards. Where was it a penalty? Shout out to Bernal. The script writers went crazy with this one. Yeah, and it's funny, man, because like I said, I just tweeted out something the other day or a couple minutes ago, and let me show y'all this. It's funny because, you know, anybody that, you know, the script stuff is funny. We have fun with this shit, right? We talk about it. We laugh about the script, right? Me and Paul was on the other day. Shout out to my brother, Paul. We laughed about this whole script shit, right? Well, look at this, okay? This was the so-called script that came out before the game. Everybody was up in arms. Oh, my God, Philly's going to win, blah, blah, blah. Look, it was supposed to be 37-34. This came out, I think, a week ago, right? And everybody was like, oh, shit, the script leaked. What was the final score in this game? It was 38-35. And guess what they did? They pretty much just chose the Chiefs instead of in damn near a identical score. I just find that funny, man. Like, sometimes you have to look at things and say, damn, bro, like, is it a reach? Or can this shit be real? Because that's crazy. That is crazy, bro. Rax, I got you, King. I got you. Send it over to me. I'm going to check it out. Bernal, yeah, the script writers went crazy with this one. Shout out to Kenny Mack. Got to get Hargraves. He'll want some revenge, retaliation, and get back from tonight's debacle, man. I agree, bro. I would love to go get him as long as he's not, you know, just destroying our all of our cap space to bring him in, because we do need a true defensive tackle on the interior of this defensive line. You know what I mean? But as long as he's not asking for some crazy shit like, you know, Daron Payne type money, because Daron Payne is 25. You know, I believe Hargraves is what is he, like 30, 31? He's a little more up there in age. As long as he ain't charging that kind of money, I'm all in on going out and getting him. We need a true DT. Shout out to my boy Kenny Mack, man. Appreciate you, King. Shout out to my dog Jose as well. People will blame the defense, but it shows it's all about the QB position. We need a superstar, not a mediocre scrub. DC never cared about the shield. I disagree with you on that, Jose. And my brother, you have every right to feel like that. I don't believe that DC never not cared about the shield. I think that DC loved the shield. I think that he loved, you know, being a Raider. I think he loved the fan base, most of them. I'm not one of them, but I'll just say that I think that he loved being a Raider. He loved the mystique of being a Raider. He loved wearing the black and silver proudly. But at the end of the day, he felt he was done dirty at the end. So, he took his career into his own hands. He said, okay, you guys are going to bench me. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go visit with Dennis Allen, with the Saints, figure out this game plan with them. Okay, they don't want to take on the contract that I have now. Well, guess what? I'm going to force these guys to cut me. And now I'm going to go into free agency and I'm going to test the market and I'm going to have these guys battle it out, see who wants me more. Is it the Saints? Is it Tampa Bay? Is it Carolina? Is it the Jets? He took his career into his own hands. I get it. A lot of people are going to be upset and say that DC is a liar and all that good shit. Look, y'all have every right to feel like that. You know what I mean? Because in a sense, man, it does kind of feel like, right, he kind of got back at the Raiders because he feels like he got fucked. DC don't owe us anything, y'all. He don't owe us anything. He doesn't owe us anything. You know what I mean? And at the most, we would have got a 3rd round pick? Is what it is. That cap space means way more than that 3rd round pick. At the end of the day, we get to move on. We don't have to worry about this divide in the nation anymore. Are you a Carr guy? Are you not a Carr guy? At the end of the day, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I do think that DC loved being a Raider. He just couldn't get the job done. Simple and plain. Shout out to CJ once again. Mr. State Farm won it in the State Farm Stadium. Script crazy. Yo, that's wild. Let me repeat that. Shout out to CJ. Mr. State Farm won it in the State Farm Stadium. Script crazy. Yo, that's wild. That is wild. Oh, shit. My brother, I got you, Wasted. I got you. Let me get my brother Wasted in the building real quick. I know he got some shit to say. He said, I need to just pull up and say fuck Mahomes real quick. Shout out to my brother Wasted. Let me see. Everybody wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. All right, here we go. Boom. All right, we lit. Let's get our revenge next season, Omni, and go get the Mr. State Farm double check. Discount double check. Bourbon, I understand that, bro. I understand that. I get it. I truly do, my brother. I get it. The thing is this, though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, did any of us really truly believe that Derek Carr was going to retire if he wasn't a Raider anymore? Did anybody truly believe that Derek Carr would walk away from the game that he grew up playing his entire life if he wasn't a Raider? I think anybody that actually bought into that narrative was drunk. I mean, come on, man. He just wanted to say everything right. You know what I mean? Look, this is a guy that wants to say everything right in the media year in and year out. Put it on me. It's my fault. We need to do better. Do this. I'll retire. I'll retire if I'm not a Raider. Come on, man. Who the hell really believed that? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, if you want to say he lied, cool. But, I mean, I think if any of us bought into that, I mean, we were drunk. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. I never believed that. Yeah, SI. They were on that Woodson Whiskey, man. WoodsonWhiskey.com, you guys. Oh, and speaking, I can always say one thing. I'm going to say this. Speaking of alcohol, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We taking over this year, y'all. We are taking over this year. Let me see. Wipe them feet, y'all. Shout to Savage. I don't care what we got to do. Build a team to beat the Queefs year in and year out. I am sick of this shit. I agree. I agree, bro. I agree. I definitely agree, man. We're all sick of this shit, bro. I'm so sick of it, man. 39 years of this shit, bro. I'm sick of it. To think I was born a couple days before we won our last Super Bowl. I was days old when we won our Super Bowl. That's insane. That's insane. Shout out to my dog Savage. I agree with you, my brother. This shit is crazy, man. Let me see. Shout out to John. Bet my face looked like hammers last night watching the end of that game. So all the way up. Let me see. Shout out to my dog TM, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, King. For real, for real. That means a lot to me, my brother. Thank you so much on the donation, brother. Let me ask you guys real quick while we wait for our brother Wasted to pull up. Who is your ideal quarterback going into next season? And do this. You can even put the backup behind the guy that you want. Put your starter and put your backup. Let's do that. In the comment section, put your starter first and your backup right behind him. I want to see what you guys want to do going into the next season. Is it A-Rod and a rookie? Is it A-Rod and Hendon Hooker? Is it Stidham and C.J. Stroud? What is it? Got a lot of Strouds immediately. C.J. Stroud and Rodgers. I like that, Arkham. Okay. I just think that that's a lot of draft capital. Now, if C.J. Stroud falls to 7, perfect. There you go. You get Rodgers and you take C.J. Stroud. That would be insane to me. That would be the perfect ideal situation if you went out and got A-Rod and did not have to give up any draft capital and Stroud falls to you at 7. That would be insane. In a perfect world, Stroud goes out, to the combine and shits the bed. I don't want him to. I would hate to see the young guy lose any money because I respect anybody getting their bag, period, point blank, the end. But if you went and shit the bed in the combine and fell a few spots to us, that would be crazy. Stidham, rookie mid-round. Okay, DZ, I see you. Stidham. Black Sales got a Stroud. Bryce. Wait, hold on. So in that order, you would like to have Stroud. If not, Bryce Young, he'll be gone. If not, Rodgers, Levis, Richardson. Okay, I got you. Shout out to Rossetti. I wish I can go live with you. So much to say, man. Shout out to Rossetti. Create a channel, man. Create a channel, family. You already know with me, man. I'm one of them people I always tell my people, man, if this is something that you want to do, create a channel, man. Create a channel and go hard with it, man. For real, Rossetti. There's nothing wrong with starting a channel, getting you a nice little thumbnail and running it up, man. You know what I mean? So if you need to know how to do this, hit me up on IG. You know what I mean? I'll definitely try and get to my messages, man, and let you kind of give you some ideas on how to do this. Shout out to Savage. We need Stroud. Does not matter if it's Rodgers or Stidham. Stroud is our future. Savage, I'm with you, King. I'm with you, man. In the perfect world, man, Stroud will fall to us at 7. I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Shout out to Kenny Matt, ASAP Rocky at QB, Riri at center. I don't know why, but Riri at center. Just move Andre James, get rid of him. You'll save a couple dollars. Just put Riri at center. The Legion Stadium is all about entertainment, right? Do you trust Rodgers for staying more than a year or two? I don't want to give up capital for him to contemplate retirement again this time next year. So that's the thing. What Hondo was saying in his article, and like I said, you have to take this with a grain of salt because I don't know if you can trust beat writers anymore. I don't know what the hell is real and what's not because this new regime keeps shit indoors. But from what it sounds like, maybe the Raiders are talking to Green Bay and it would be a mid-round pick, right? Because of the idea of A-Rod maybe saying he'll play 1 year and just leave. So if you're giving up a mid-round pick for Aaron Rodgers, let's just say even if you got to give up a second for 1 year of Aaron Rodgers, you're playing it safe because we know how A-Rod does. Every other year it's, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm about to retire. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is where this is going to be in terms of Green Bay. Us saying, look, we want A-Rod, but we don't want to give up a first and another first and all kind of wild shit to get him if he's going to decide on retiring after one season. So I think if we do bring him in, there's going to be some type of reassurance that he'll be in for 2 years and then he'll move on. Or we just give him a mid-round pick and he just dedicates himself to the Raiders 1 year. And hopefully we get a ring out of that. Shout out to Wilder, man. Appreciate you. Man, I'm tired of losing to that team. Seeing that game was depressing. At this point, damn, dig up Kenny Stabler and put it. God damn, Wilder. Holy shit, bro. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you on the donation, King. God damn, bro. My man said, dig the homie up. Dig the goatery up. Shout out to Wilder, man. Shout out to JT as well. from a money standpoint, let Stiddy and Jimmy G fight it out of who starts. They both know the system, fill holes on D and free agency with all the money and draft. I have to tell you guys this. Shout out to JT as well. That whole report about some GM, some random GM, right, saying that the Raiders, would be more interested in bringing in Jimmy G than Aaron Rodgers is cap. I'm not saying that Jimmy G couldn't happen. It may happen if Aaron Rodgers decides on walking away from the game or going to another team. Jimmy G is a definite option at that point because you're bringing in a veteran that knows the system and can teach a young pup, how to get down, right? But that shit was bullshit. I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter running around with the narrative, oh my God, this regime is going to pick Jimmy G over Aaron Rodgers. No, they will not at all. Josh McDaniels will be fired if Mark Davis knew that they chose Jimmy G over Aaron Rodgers. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you can have either one of them, this regime is going to get Aaron Rodgers. Now, if we fall out of that, Jimmy G is a definite option because of the familiarity with the system. And you guys, somebody may pay Jimmy G a nice shit ton of money to come in to be their guy. I would not be shocked. The head coach over there with the Jets was the defensive coordinator with the Niners. I would not be shocked if they started making calls to his camp once the free agency period opens up March 15th, saying, hey, bring Jimmy G in here. All we need is a guy, that could be a game manager and help this offense go to the next level while this defense does their thing. So just still keep an eye on the Jets with Jimmy G. I definitely think that that's the first team. There's even a report that came out now that Tampa Bay may be interested in him, which I think that's cap. But it could happen. I don't know. But I think the Jets are the one team that I'm looking at that may be at the top of the line for Jimmy G services. With DC probably going to New Orleans at this point. There was another report that dropped today that Carolina may be interested in him as well. But I think the Jets, I think Jimmy G is the number one option for them because I think that they know Aaron Rodgers has one team in mind, and that's us. But maybe Aaron does go to the Jets. I don't know. I just think that if it's either the Raiders or bust with Aaron Rodgers. Raiders are retired. That's how I feel. Levis needs the ball out the combine. Colts will reach. I definitely do agree, Jose. I think that ever since I kind of like Levis was my guy in this draft, I always looked at the Colts as a team that would go get him. Kentucky's right there by them. I think they watched a lot of his tape, got a chance to see him live and live in color. I do believe that the Colts do want Will Levis. It looks as though now I think maybe Philly's offensive coordinator may go to be the head coach in Indianapolis. That may be one of the guys that they're going to be looking at, Will Levis. Shout out to my dog, Jose. Where is Wasted's ass at? Let me see. Hold up. Yo, you pulling up? I sent it to IG and your phone. All right, one. We got to build to beat the Queefs. So no AR or Jackson is a bust for me. There's a lot of reports now coming out. This is cap season, you guys. This is cap season. There's a report now that, they might put the tag on Lamar Jackson and trade him. I think there's one team that actually makes sense for Lamar Jackson. The Jets definitely do. I'll tell you that. I think the Jets would go all in. They'd probably throw 1 million picks to Baltimore for him. But I think the Atlanta Falcons, I think that is a team that if they do decide on moving on from him, which would be great because you get Lamar Jackson out of the AFC and you push him to the NFC, I do believe that that's a team that will try to recreate the Michael Vick experience in Atlanta. And Lamar Jackson, I'm not saying Lamar Jackson is Michael Vick at all, but, the dual threat ability, the Atlanta, like I can definitely see Lamar Jackson going to Atlanta giving up a ton of picks. They got Kyle Pitts, they got Cordell Patterson, they got the young pup Drake London out of USC that they just drafted, who had a pretty good season last year. Keep an eye on the Atlanta Falcons with Lamar Jackson, but I don't think we'd be in him at all. That's just too much money. You're gonna have to pay him $50 million+ a year. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. Let me see. Shout out to JT. Shout out to everybody that's commenting. I'm going to try and get as much as your comments in tonight, you guys. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me tonight. Shout out to JT. Today I watched trick plays and a bad call. Didn't they do the ring around the rosy again, y'all? Didn't they do that shit again? I stepped away from the TV. I went to my phone and looked at Twitter, and I just seen everybody saying ring around the rosy again. I said, are you kidding me? They did that shit? I could be wrong, but I seen a bunch of tweets saying that they did this shit again. That's just disrespectful, bro. That shit is disrespectful. Shout out to JT, man, my dog. Let me see. Shout out to Ridge. Docs, have you ever watched? Yes, I have. After watching this breakdown on Levis, he became a pass in the draft for me. I've watched QB School. This is the one with Kurt Warner, I believe, right, Ridge? Is that the one with Kurt Warner? I believe that's with Kurt Warner. I love that shit. I love that. I love Kurt Warner's knowledge of the game. When he speaks about the game, he's so passionate that he makes you believe everything that he's saying. Truly, like Kurt Warner is a GOAT in this shit. But I'm going to disagree on the whole Will Levis thing. You know what I'm saying? I like Will Levis. I think that he is a project. I think it's going to take a year or two for him to get his shit together. I don't think you go draft him and bring him in at year one. You're asking to shit the bed, and you're also asking to psychologically fuck him up, because if you throw him out to the wolves in year one, he's not ready. Right? So in a perfect world, if you say we did draft Will Levis, you'd have to have an A-Rod. You'd have to have a potential Jimmy G type of situation if you do go get him. Raider Nomad, no. And Chicago's not going to move on from Justin Fields. That is smoke. That is all smoke. That's smoke. They want to build around him, not get rid of him. They're basically using his name just to see what they could potentially get for that first pick. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's all it is. He's not going anywhere. Shout out to Ghost Sniper, my dog. What up, Docs, brother? God bless you and the rest of the Raider Nation, my brother, man. Shout out to you, Ghost Sniper. Appreciate you, King. The Chiefs were shit before Reed and Mahomes. The Raiders must change shit around for good. I agree with you, bro. I agree. I agree, family. Let me see. What QB is ready for you, Docs? Do you mean in this draft, L? In this draft, L, is that what you're talking about? In this draft, I think that they all need some work. I do. But I do believe the most ready right now that would be an option for us is CJ Stroud. I think Bryce Young is ready right now too. I just don't, it's kind of scary to go get a guy with his measurables. It's a little scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a little spooky, but he won't be there for us anyway. At the end of the day, I think CJ Stroud, to me, who can be an option potentially for us, will be the most NFL ready. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I love saying y'all arguing this shit, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me see. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I agree, bro. It's time we have to figure out a way. Look, it's not just us though, you guys, right? It's easy to say we got to find a way to beat the Chiefs. We have to find a way to get over them. The entire NFL is trying to find a way to beat the Chiefs. The entire NFL is trying to find a way to triumph over them. It's not just us. These guys have been in 3 Super Bowls in like the past 4 years or some shit? Like past 3-4 years. Like, we're not the only team trying to find a way to overcome these guys. You know what I mean? The difference between us is we have to play them twice a year and we're in their division. Every team is trying to find a way to get better than them. It's not just us. Can we talk about that field too? That shit was atrocious. Yeah, bro. Savage, after that halftime, it ended up being a shit show, bro. It ended up being a shit show. That was terrible, bro. That was terrible. People slipping all over the place. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy, man. Yo, what's good, big bro?
Bro, real quick, man. Fuck the Chiefs.
I agree.
Fuck the Chiefs. That's pretty much. That's all I had, man. Fuck the Chiefs. And look, man, the National Football League needs to do something about deciding games on trivial ass calls, bro. That call wasn't something that should have been called in that moment, bro. And that's the reason why, there's no script to the National Football League. Yeah. But the way these motherfuckers officiate these games, bro,
It's fucking terrible, dog.
That's the fixed part of the National Football League, bro. Like everybody, and I be saying this shit all the time on my show, bro. Yo, you can't be in bed that closely with organized gambling and not have some kind of fucking say in what's going on, or like some kind of shady dealings. Because yo, I done seen motherfuckers do a lot worse for a lot less. There's billions of dollars at stake, bro. And I can't, like, yo, the national football, they have to, like, somebody need to do. Like, I remember how, like, the government, and every time the government gets involved with something, they fuck it up. But the Mitchell report, when they got into baseball about steroids, because it got to a point, what we were looking at was almost like professional, right? Like, yo, man, all right, bro. Like, Brady Anderson hit 55 home runs after he only hit like 8 the year before. Word, bro. Yeah. Darren Dalton, all these guys. So then the government stepped in, right? Mm-hmm. This shit with the National Football League, bro, somebody need to step in, bro. This is bullshit.
Yep, no, I definitely agree. I'm just hoping at some point, bro, now that we're in Vegas, that one of these years, these calls go our way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, Patrick Graham is the NFL darling. I mean, Patrick Graham, what the fuck? Patrick Mahomes. I wish Patrick Graham was a goddamn NFL darling. But Patrick Mahomes is the guy that the NFL is selling to the world. And you're going to expect him to get these kind of calls. But that last call, bro, like that hold on James Brown, that shit was disgusting to me, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, Philly would have got a chance to come down and win the game, or at least score. If like, you have to allow Jalen Hurts to get the ball one more time in the Super Bowl, bro. For that to be one of the most phenomenal Super Bowls in years, to end like that, that's insane. And guess what happened too? A week ago, Roger Goodell came out and said that this is the greatest that officiating has been in years. Yep. And then this type of shit happens, bro. Yep. Like how do you get away with this shit, bro? I don't get it, man. It doesn't make any sense. Even the NFL, wouldn't it be smarter to allow these guys, even if they went into OT, like you're extending this shit? It's a Super Bowl going into overtime. Like, there's more money to be made. I just feel like this is fucking terrible.
Nah, man. Listen, man. Tom Brady retired. Cash Cow retired. They got to make a new one. And that's really what it is, man. And it's like everybody will say, well, Bradbury came out and he said he was holding. Yes. But guess what? On every fucking play, they do stuff like this. Every play, like every offensive snap, there's holding going on. There's a penalty that you can call on every fucking play. And y'all all know that, man. And I know bro's gonna come out and do the right thing. And not really the right thing, it's really the wrong thing, because you never know what the fucking National Football League said to this man. You never know. Hey, you better not play into it. Go toe the company line, do something, because we don't want to have the game looked at in this way.
So they said, so this is what they're talking about. It was a hold. I just didn't know if he'd call it.
Yeah. He said in the locker room, but bro, they do this shit every play.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You don't decide a Super Bowl with that. That's the point. Motherfuckers will come up here and say, because listen, bro, there are some things that happen in this world that you can't see. There are some things that are deciding our fates every day that are not on the up and up. And I think when you tell people that things in society always aren't decided in your face, it fucks up their depth perception. They're like, well, damn, what else are people lying to me about? Let me tell you something, bro. And I hope your kids are in bed. There is no Easter Bunny. There is no Santa Claus. People cheat on their taxes. People cheat on their wives.
Uncle Wasted is tripping right now. They were asleep an hour ago, bro.
I was about to say, please, you're a dick, bro. Don't do me like that.
Uncle's out here tripping.
Yo, bro, you just fucked me up. Y'all should be like, please don't tell me I did that, bro. Oh, man, you fucked my night up, yo. My heart sunk, bro. I'm like, no. You're a dick. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, man, it's like 11:30. Why the fuck are they in your bedroom? They ain't in your room, man.
Oh, shit. It was comedy central, bro. Go ahead, bro. I don't mean to cut you off.
Nah, but yeah, you fucked me up with that, yo. Oh, man, y'all was like, no.
What?
You know what's funny, bro? You know what's funny? I did that in kindergarten. My mother will tell you, I am the person who told everybody in my kindergarten class that there was no Santa Claus because my father did not allow us to believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And the teacher asked me, she says, "Well, what do you want for Christmas, honey?" And I said, "Look, I know there's no Santa Claus. It's cool. Like I write my Christmas list. No, there is." And I said, "Look, yo, come on. No, there's no Santa Claus." And she got loud, and one of my classmates heard it, and they were like, "You stupid dummy! Yes, it is." And then you know me, my argument in advance, and then by the time I got done, every kid in my kindergarten class was crying. They made my mother come get me.
Hey, guess what? We work way too hard to say some shit came from Santa. What I tell them is the tree. The tree came from him. Everything else, we bought that shit, bro. We work way too hard for this shit. Real quick, shout out to JT. Anyone else notice when Devontae Smith caught the long ball and went out of bounds, they kept running the clock? Yes, from 5:28 to 4:56. They definitely did. They definitely did. That's a nice little catch right there, JT. That was something that I seen that was debated on Twitter as well. Why was the clock still running when Devontae ran out of bounds? And either way, we could still go off, whatever. But they did score, I believe, on the next play, right? Didn't?
Yeah, they did, but it matters though. Those
seconds,
see, that's the shit I mean about influencing the game.
Yeah,
those little things. It's not a blatant thing like, oh, go out there and take a dive.
Yeah.
No, it's like, hey man, hey, run that clock down a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey man, don't give him this first down here.
Yeah.
Call that little penalty right there. That's how you influence the game. It's death by 1,000 cuts. And the National Football League thinks people don't see it, but the problem is they keep fucking with the game. They have so many cameras, so many commercial breaks, and it's all this fucking technology. And now we can see how the sausage is made, and it's pissing me the fuck off, bro.
There you go. And Gio said the same shit. He said people used to call Raider fans crazy for saying the refs had it out for us. They had to fix it. Now with Twitter and mainstream gambling, everyone's starting to see the obvious. The ref influences the outcomes. This is facts, bro. Shout out to my boy Gio. Factory outlet, bro. It's
so
facts.
Let me ask you a question, yo. Gio, chat, Graphk. Is there any way on earth that we'll ever win a Super Bowl based off of our history and the way that they can fine-tune the way that they fix the game?
I gotta say this. I don't know, because the last two times that we got close was the Tuck rule. We blatantly got fucked, right? And then the next time we find out that Bill Callahan changed our whole entire scheme the day before the Super Bowl, right? Just conveniently, just changed everything, changed the whole game plan. At the end of the day, I'm getting to a point now where I'm like, is it worth it for all of us to put ourselves through this shit every year, bro? Because I'm starting to really believe, no. I don't even care even if Mark moves on. I don't even care. I don't even think it's just a Davis thing. I think it's a Raiders thing completely. Like, I don't know, bro. I really don't. Until we get to a point where we win one, then I'll stop questioning shit. Yeah. But the last two times we got close, it made no sense how we got played out of both of them, like blatantly. Like, who was it? Was it Robert Gallery that just ended up missing in action? Who was it?
Barrett Robbins.
Barrett Robbins ends up missing, and that's what it was. And it's like, come on, bro. Everything just goes against us in these situations. So yeah, bro. To be honest, dog, we're old, bro. We may never see our team win again. We may never see it.
You know what, man? I'm gonna be optimistic, bro. We gonna see him win, bro.
But we're dumb enough to stick around.
No, look, they're gonna win. They're gonna win. Damn it! Listen, the Raider Equinox is still upon us. We're gonna win, yo. And guess what? Everybody's asking, is Rihanna pregnant? How the fuck do we know?
It came out that she is.
She's pregnant. Well, shout out to ASAP Rocky.
ASAP is the gizzo.
He is the GOAT, bro. He needs to change his name, bro. Listen, bro. If I was him and I was fucking Rihanna, I would call myself ASAP Cockmeat. That'll be my new name, yo.
ASAP Cockmeat.
Yes. Listen, I'm shooting the club up with this Cockmeat ASAP.
Hey, look, I'll tell you this. If you got Rihanna pregnant, look, she can call me whatever the hell she wants. Like, you come up with the name. At this point, shit. Raiders win a Super Bowl, I will hit 3 backflips. I'll take those 3 and add another 4. I will hit 7 of them shits, Maul. Real talk. Straight up. In fact, shout to Soden. This is facts. Pause.
Hey, bro. Listen. It's gas and all breaks when it comes to Rihanna, bro. We talking Rihanna talk right here, bro.
And I want to say that too, man. Yes, shout to Dubbin. Rest in peace to a legend from De La Soul. We gotta say that real quick, man. A legend. One of the greatest groups in hip hop history. Sucks, man. 2023 started off insane. Already losing a bunch of people, but
talked about this guy.
Yep.
We were just talking
about him the other day.
We just talking about De La Soul and how they were about to start
Yep.
releasing their stuff on streaming applications, and we're going to be able to go back and listen to Stakes is High and
Yep.
all like that. Listen, bro, if you really want to know my hip hop background, it is the native tongue, man. That was my shit, bro. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. Tribe Called Quest is my favorite group, but De La's in my top 10 groups. I love De La.
Shout out to Angry Doubt. Y'all see Mahomes? Ooh, my ankle, cringing. The ref stopped calling all them holdings. The line was doing after that to protect Pat by holding in effect. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, man. Like, I don't know if the O-line just started getting a lot better because they knew the guy was hurting. You know what I mean? That happens. You know what I mean? Guys do come together and say, look, we gotta group up against this tough D-line and you know what I mean, and help our guy. You know what I mean? Because he was hurting. I mean, the way he looked, it looked real, bro. Like, he looked like he was really reeling. But like I said before earlier in the live, it was a perfect long halftime for Patrick Mahomes to go back there and get doped up and come back and win this game. Real Willis Reed-esque.
Listen, bro. Now the stories are gonna be told of the great and heroic Pat Mahomes and how bad his ankle was and the bloody sock, like Roger, like I'm like fucking Kurt Schilling. Fuck that, bro. You know what? I hope that we get some Raiders on our team next year that hits that motherfucker in his ankle every time, bro. Yeah. Every time.
Go for the ankle.
Every time. They should put him in the angle lock. The Kurt Angle. Remember how Kurt Angle had the ankle lock?
Yep.
Yes. Every time they tackle him, they should go for his legs.
Sign a defensive tackle off the practice squad against the Chiefs and have him go out there and get kicked out the game every time we play them. Have a practice squad defensive tackle just go out there and break his ankle so we lose nobody of value. I'm with that. Shout out to John. Let's keep it real. Refs have swayed games since the beginning. They're human, infallible, and human error is a thing until refs are robots. We here.
You imagine RoboCop coming out there.
Flag on the play.
Warning. And
Shout out to Raiders God. The Eagles defense didn't show up at all. This is facts. But you also got to realize this, guy. When you're playing against Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback in the NFL, it's not going to be easy, man. This is a tough task. You know what I mean? It's a tough ask for any defense, bro. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the defense didn't show up like you'd like them to, but they're still playing against the greatest in the game. And I think when you play against those kind of talents, they're going to try and find a way to win the game, just depending on how you combat that. That's why I wish that Jalen Hurts had the ball in his hand last. I just wish they would have gave the young guy a chance to come back down and make this, you know what I mean, and make this a game. Shout out to Maul once again. Mahomes pulled a Paul Pierce. Facts.
Wait, Mahomes had to take a shit? Because that's really what happened with Paul Pierce, bro. Paul Pierce admitted he had to take a shit.
Okay, but we know Lamar Jackson had to take a shit against Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, you saw that? He sounded like Pops from Next Friday.
Oh, yeah,
on my burrito, baby.
Yeah, oh, my God. Yeah, thanks. Shout out to everybody here in the building. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. I got a couple more questions because we already talked about some other things, and I want to save some because I know you're probably going to do a show tomorrow on your channel. I don't want to have you dive into everything, but how do you feel about the whole Carr situation coming out Super Bowl Sunday? I kind of gave my piece on it.
I'm just glad his punk ass is gone. I had people attacking me on Twitter all night. I normally don't respond, but this is the last I'm going to respond to the Carr bullshit and the shenanigans. Look, man, Carr is a jabroni. David Carr, Derek Carr, Darren Carr, Boo Boo Carr, Enwa Carr. What the fuck is his nephew name with the cookie face? It's a fucking jabroni. Look at that.
That's Roger Goodell hugging the shit. Is that Chris Jones?
Yeah, he cuffed his balls.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. That's disgusting. But yeah, you know what? To be quite honest with you, man, fuck that guy. Like, see, this is what I mean, right? All he wanted to do was go and try to negotiate a contract, see where he at, talk to the team, because he's gonna go to the Saints, bro. And the thing is, it's like, bro, like, why you ain't just come out and just be a man about your shit? Be like, yo, I'm not just cut me. I'm not letting y'all trade me. Wherever y'all trade me, it's no. Fuck y'all.
Do you think he didn't want to deal with the embarrassment of it coming out that nobody wanted to take on that contract?
Bro, it could be, bro, but I just think that he's an emotional motherfucker, bro.
I'm just saying he already dealt with so-called embarrassment of being benched and then having to go back to Allegiant Stadium and play in the Pro Bowl. Do you think maybe he just couldn't take another hit to his ego of potentially it coming out that no other team wanted to take on that contract? I mean,
bro, you know what, bro? They're gonna craft whatever narrative they need to. So no, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? To be quite honest with you, wherever he gets signed, it's not going to be what he was making here, and then they're going to be like, he did that to help a team to make. They always got to, you know what I'm saying, make it seem like he's doing something for the greater good of everyone else, like he's a savior or a messiah, and it bothers me, bro. Just admit you're a normal fucking athlete who's emotional and got mad that sports happened to you. Yo, sports is a meritocracy, bro.
mhm.
And the better you play, the more money you make, the more playing time you get. When you don't play well, they sit you down.
Yeah.
They gave you 9 years and $200 million contracts and another one. You ate real well with the Raiders. No organization in professional sports would have paid you like that and allowed you to be that average for that long.
Yeah.
No matter what's happening around you, eventually, it's you.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's you.
I agree. Look, I don't want to bash. I don't want to go into the Kardashian mode because we've done this a million times. That's so what you say. But I'll say this. At the end of the day, I'm seeing a lot more guys that were car guys coming out and saying, "Oh, fuck him now." You know what I mean? All the love I have for him and respect for him, blah, blah, blah. Man, look. At the end of the day, Carr he didn't know his shit. He didn't know his anything. You know what I mean? Like, because technically he can just walk away and go pick where he wants to go, and it is what it is. He didn't know us anything. I assumed, I think on the last show that we had with Sanjit, I said before, I was like, you know what, we're going to get something for him. I think he wants to keep this contract. We're going to get something for him. And then that show with Sanjit, I said, you know what? I just feel like he's going to end up getting released. I just had this feeling that he was going to say, you know what, after you meet up with Dennis Allen too, your first coach in the NFL, it's just the writing is on the wall, right?
Yeah, they go to the table like, yo, watch this. Fuck
you don't like the Raiders. I don't like the Raiders now. Let's just fuck them one last time. And when you get freed up on Tuesday, come out here. We'll sign you to a deal. Or
they probably already got the inks. Probably the fucking contract's already signed already.
Or maybe even he goes to a couple places just to even look like they didn't have a deal in place.
Bro, wherever he goes, rest in piss. Fuck you. I don't want to ever see you win. I don't root for you. See, I'm a little different. Like everybody go, oh, I wish him the best. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Suck my balls. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Once he's retired, he's done playing.
That shit wasted.
Like on the real. Like when he retires and he's no longer playing, then I'll be receptive to saying, oh, Derek Carr has some good years. He has some exciting wins. Now, while he's still playing, fuck him and the horse he rode in on. And his brothers and everyone else. Fuck him. Because I know David Carr's punk ass is going to be talking shit about the Raiders. And that's one of the reasons why I am very, very...
Oh, no. Bro, they already did. So Cody left a post and was like, he said something along the lines of, I forgot. He was just talking about the Carr shit.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, and then, Derek Carr's brother, you know what I'm saying, reshared it. You know what I'm saying? What Carr was it, bro? I can't keep up. There's so many of them. Not Darren.
It was David.
David Carr.
He has David Carr, man. One of the worst busts in the history of the league.
Retweeted it and was like, laugh out loud, pretty much like, I don't know why anybody else would have thought it would have went another way type shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like they're laughing about it. Shout out to Andrew. It is a business at the end of the day. This is facts, though. I totally agree. But I think with him, it's a little more emotional. It's more of trying to, just a little dig at the Raiders. But at the end of the day, if it was a third-round pick, maybe Carr is saying, why would I give the Raiders, why would I take away from my new team when I can just walk over there and get – yeah, there's no Santa kids. Shout out to Jay. Oh, look – Yo, JT is the GOAT, bro. Look at that.
That is fucking hilarious, yo.
Yo, hold the fuck on, dog. Hold on, bro. I got to take a picture of this shit. That shit is comedy.
You're damn right, JT.
Yo, that shit is hilarious, bro. Shout out to Gio. Pay $2 to say DC. If you're reading this, use a bitch.
You're a bitch. Yo. But the thing is, bro, real shit, yo. Real shit. Like, even like the guys, look, it's not personal, bro. it's not personal when it comes to the guys who really Donkey Kong Derek Carr that are in the content creator world and
Yeah.
guys that are in YouTube. Like, yo, if y'all like Derek Carr, then good for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But don't piss on my head and tell me that it's raining, man. Fuck him. And like, yo, it's nothing, bro. Don't tell me, oh, I remember hearing a motherfucker on here talking about he knows that Derek Carr is honest and because he's a sales. Oh, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. That guy is a person. He's a human being. Just because he goes to church doesn't make him some saint. He has flaws too. He has an ego and all of that. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But just say what you mean and mean what you say, you motherfucker.
Bourbon, that is facts, but not a lot of people are built like that anymore, bro. Real talk. Shout to YouTube. Shout to Bourbon for a great comment. Tyler Hall can't stop Mahomes by himself. He needs help. This is facts, bro. The GOAT needs assistance. He needs some help. He needs some push from the interior of the defensive line. He needs some help. Shout out to the GOAT, Tyler Hall, man. Shout out to Lord. Oh, my God, bro. Ayo, Cody got me blocked, so next time you see him, tell him I said don't forget your knee pads when you pole polish Derek and then You know what I'm gonna do, Lord? This what
I'll take a picture. We'll text it to him.
I'm gonna text it to him right now, bro. This is what I'm gonna do. I got you, King. The next live, Lord, and Cody's my brother. I love Raider Cody. That's my bro. Me and him definitely have different opinions on football, but I'm gonna send that to him, and I'm gonna make sure on the next live, Lord, I'll let you know what he says.
Yo, tell Raider Cody I said he's a Macaulay Culkin looking motherfucker. Look at me and Cody crack on each other all the time. Motherfucker called me too short.
Look at this shit. Look at this. Bro, JT, bro, is the damn GOAT tonight, bro. Like,
oh my God, this is terrible.
It took a lot of the anger and frustration that I had from watching this game and just turned it around, man. Thank you, JT, for the smiles and laughs tonight, my brother. Shout out to you. You are the official GOAT of DOX ENT, man. Shout out to my dog, JT. Jeez. Fucking hilarious, bro. Yeah, shout out to SI. Him and ASAP Rocky are definitely the MVPs of the day.
Oh, man. ASAP Rocky, bro. Shout out to you, brother. Like, man, listen. If there's any chick that you want to, run, shoot clubs up with and, you know what I'm saying, and beef. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, before I got, married, bro, I never used to be beefing like that. This dude is beefing, bro. No condom to be spoke of, and I am not mad at that, bro.
I gotta say pause because I'm going to go back and clip that. You sounded crazy. This man is beefing.
Bro, beefing means no condom, bro.
That sounds very, very.
Listen, man. Listen, that's some old school shit, man. Don't try to put your fucking Northern California witchcraft on me, you motherfucker.
Chat, is that pause worthy? Put a 1 in the comments.
Everything is fucking pause worthy with you.
In the comments section, if that man is beefing it, if that's pause worthy. He said, "What makes you trying to step into a Slam Jim beefing?" Oh my God, bro! Shout to Black Salesman, East Coast Slang.
I am trash.
He said, "East Coast Slang be crazy."
He said that dude wasted trash. No, it does better with that. Yeah, I am trash, man. Look, Graphk, I'm gonna get off because I am trash. I just said beefing. You know what I'm saying? I come with the East Coast slang. It is very pause worthy today. The East Coast has taken a negative.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, somebody. I ain't worried about it. I don't read the chat most of the time. But yo, listen, I am fucking up, yo. Said Mr. Rated, nah, bro, get the fuck out of here, yo. yeah.
He said, pause, soft.
With a capital T.
He said, beefing it.
Not beefing it. Hey, Crypto, get the fuck out of here.
Yo, shout out to Ray. That's he said Rihanna wearing red gave the game away. Hey, yo.
Hey, listen, man. Look, bro. Look, I'm gonna have to take the L on that. Listen, I lost to the Pause Olympics today, bro.
Yeah, you definitely did. And the gang is
today. Look, I will admit defeat, bro.
Shout out to Wild Turkey. He said, I'll take up for you, wasted old school talk. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, thank you, Wild.
At least you got one supporter in the building, man.
Damn it, bro. The Pause Olympics, y'all won a bronze tonight, bro.
Mike Luffy, 2 of the greatest games back-to-back nights. The Kings and Mavs had a phenomenal game last night. They won in the overtime, and De'Aaron Fox, Mr. Clutch, won the game for us. 2 great games back to back. I just hate the way this one ended today because Philadelphia deserved better than that. You know what I'm saying? They definitely deserve better than that after having a phenomenal year. Let me see. I agree. Video, I definitely agree. Andy Reid definitely outcoached Sirianni in the second half. Definitely. I agree with that. But still, when one play can dictate an entire game, that sucks. Sacramento proud, Sultan, talk that shit. Light the beam. Come on, King. Shout out to Raider Two-Face. I'm with you on this wasted. DC no longer a Raider, and he really going to go out like, you know what's crazy? This is the good thing, y'all. We probably have 2 more days left to ever talk about Derek Carr again. And then we won't talk about him until he retires. That is cool. We have maybe 2 days left. And I knew Reese Rock was somewhere in here. I knew it. I knew Reese. You are the GOAT, King. I'm clipping that.
Hey, Reese,
I'm waiting on it.
Fuck you. I just want to tell you on video, so I got to tell you fuck you in the inbox. Fuck you, Reese, because I know you're going to destroy me, bro.
Docs, all these trades happen at the deadline just to stop the Kings, man. They're afraid of the 3rd seed, bro. They're afraid, bro. Let me see. Shout out to my dog, YouTube. Let me see. McNabb said on his show, Aaron Rodgers to New York, and the Raiders are going to fire McDaniels.
Yeah, McNabb drink a lot.
Yeah, he drinks a lot. Yeah, like a lot. Like I think he still drinks malt liquor. Like real talk. Like he be getting on one. Like he got them Michael Jordan eyes. Them shits is they almost bloodshot red without smoking weed.
Bro, he get drunk like that dude and waiting to exhale and shit. Said you're raggedy bitch.
Take a fruit basket, bitch.
Yeah, raggedy bitch.
Yo, that shit is hilarious. Real quick, got booed out of Oakland. Last throw as a Raider was a pick. Put up 0 against the Saints, and they want me. Boy, Jesus is Lord.
He's stupid, bro. Bro, where the fuck is Derek Vehicle when we need him, bro?
I know, where's Derek Vehicle at, bro?
Derek Vehicle, bro. And where's Johnny Kicknuts, man? Johnny Kicknuts to go to.
You got to be able to go to somewhere, bro. Or fuck you. Where he at?
Fuck you is that's the dude right there, yo.
JT. Well, let's wrap this up. We're coming up on an hour and a half. I want to ask you one more time, just on the way out. Is there any guys that you're looking at in terms of free agents on both sides of these teams that you were kind of maybe keeping an eye on today? There was a few defensive tackles that Philly has.
Bro, I want to say the guy's name, bro, but it's the biggest pause.
Cox.
Yes. I wasn't keeping an eye out for that, but I think that he's a guy that they can probably cut.
You are fucking up tonight, Wasted.
You know, bitch, you just said it. You said it. You just said it. I didn't say it.
Okay, so I'm taking a pause shit out. Look,
no, you just said it. I said there's a guy, and you fucking said who? Cox.
Look, Fletcher Cox, right? That's the guy you're looking at in terms of bringing in a free agency.
Fletcher pause.
Paul.
Yeah, I would because he's a vet. He can help some of the younger guys we got, Farrell and all of them guys. You can plug him right in, and I think if you do what you're supposed to do, like as far as the maturation of the guys you drafted last year, because like the best case scenario for me is that every draft pick that you bring in, you somehow maximize to be players. What I don't want is from the previous regime, you draft all these guys, and then every year it's like a revolving door. Yeah. I want to see the Neil Thick Frame Farrell situation work out for the Raiders because I don't want it to be a turnstile.
I agree. So do you think that James Bradbury is an option at corner? Do you bring him in with Patrick Graham, reunite him?
Yeah, but if the price is right, I would do it. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about the bottom line.
Yeah.
Right. Some of these guys are guys that are going to have to take a haircut if we don't draft right. You know what I mean? Because if we think we're going to fill it, like I said the other night, I want to see the Raiders go out and do what the Rams did, right? But if you do what the Rams did, you gotta kind of do it in a better way than the Rams did. And I'm not saying go out and buy you a Super Bowl, but go out and buy you a Super Bowl and do it in the right way. You draft well, you have some of your depth that'll replace some of the free agents that you bring in, and you do that New England Patriots style of contract where they always have a trap door.
Yeah, no, I agree. Docs and Wasted, can we draft Leatherwood again at number 7? It won't happen, King. Shout out to JT.
Yeah, look, we don't need any more country thickness in the building.
Raider 2 I don't even remember the comment, bro. These shits is flying, brother. I have no idea what happened. Let me see if I can bring it up one more time real quick. Look, man, we flying through this shit right now. Yeah, I don't see it. I do not see it. But shout out to you, bro. Real shit. Yeah, man. I wasn't even planning on going live tonight. I was just like, you know what, man?
Yeah, I got angry and I was going to, and then I said I saw you on. I was like, man, you know what? Good.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, man? Shout out to Classic, man. In one go. Yeah.
Q. Let's not relive the. Listen, if whoever wrote that shit,
We lived the scouting report.
yeah, man. Whoever did that, it was trolling, bro. There's no way they could have wrote that and not thought all the shit we were thinking.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys this. Now that the football season is finally over, we're really going to start diving into free agency. And one thing I want us to do is pick maybe one player and just literally break that player's film down, break down statistically what they've done over the years. I want to really like pick one player and dive in this off season moving forward. The season's over. Let's start doing that. Let's break down free agency. Let's break down the draft. This is where the fun begins, you guys. The future of our team is right here and it's upon us. You know what I'm saying? Champions are made in the off season. So at the end of the day,
listen, man, Aaron Rodgers is a boss. God damn it. Jesus.
Much love to you and Wasted. The 805 is nothing but love. You too, man. Shout out to my dog, SynCal 805, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, the love is real, man. I promise you guys. And we know that, man. We appreciate every single thing, every single comment, every single super, every single DM. We appreciate you guys, man. We know there's a lot of hate that comes with this shit as well, but the love way, way, way more overpowering than any hatred that we get just talking Raiders football. You know what I mean? So,
hey, man, listen, bro. We get to live something. We get to live a dream, bro. To be honest with you, doing this shit.
Yeah,
like
man.
This is something that I like. Me being where I am, bro. For me to have a whole community of Raider fans that I get to tap in with every day is invaluable to me.
Yeah.
It is invaluable to me, and I really, really appreciate them. And when I look at guys that have different opinions, and that's cool too, man. There's room for all of that shit, bro. There's room for all that shit. I welcome that, man. Graphk welcomes it. We welcome it. That's what makes the show better, man. But I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. Even though this is not my channel, I know there's a lot of familiar names that I see here. There's a lot of that y'all that I don't know.
Yeah.
And listen, if you guys, you know, are watching Raider content, bro, just realize something, bro. The guys that are spitting the knowledge and they coming out and they giving you they all and they putting work into the show, support everybody in the nation, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of shit I'm on. You support everybody, man. But just know something. We gonna outwork everybody.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We work, man. I work. This man work. You know what I'm saying? Even when I come home from my actual job, I'm always thinking about this. I'm always putting shit together because it's important to me to give you the best product that I can possibly give you. So shout out to everybody. Sorry for going on a rant.
No, I like that because this is the last football game. So the season is officially over. So we can kind of give our love and shout outs to everybody. And I'm telling y'all now, right? There's a lot of weird shit that happens in this shit. All we're going to say is this. In 2023, we combat hatred with positivity. That's the only way we're going to do this. You know what I mean? Success is the only goal that we want to achieve in this. And we're continuing to grow and continuing to build our brands. At the end of the day, all we want to do is talk Raider football. That's it. That's it. We don't want to do any other extra shit. We just want to talk football, mix in a little fun with you guys. You know what I mean? Laugh, joke, you know what I mean? And just be some real football fans because that's all we are. You know what I mean? But we enjoy every single one of y'all that pop in with us and comment funny shit, especially like the shit that happened tonight. It takes the show to another level with the Santa talk and then this talk and then it's just funny shit, man. Like I just love that we can do this shit. You know, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do this shit for a living, and I couldn't do this without any of y'all. I promise you. And I think that's why a lot of hatred comes my way because the people are like, how can you physically do this shit like for a living? Like it's tough, but I'm invested in y'all. Like you guys, a lot of you guys are invested in me. You know what I mean? And I just want to say that I appreciate you guys for running with me and my guys, man. Shieldmore, you know what I mean? And I want y'all to know this too. These are my four brothers, right? Shieldmore is not saying that we are the four greatest content creators in the world. Sanjit is Mount Shieldmore. Mitch is Mount Shieldmore. Murph and Swaggy J is Mount Shieldmore. All these guys, Samoan Raider Cody, all these guys are Mount Shieldmore. I want y'all to understand that. We didn't try to isolate ourselves from no one. This name is all the GOATs in this shit. It is the honchos. All those guys are Mount Shieldmore. We just love talking football, and these are my guys, and we do this on a daily basis together. So we created a name in order to, put ourselves out there. But I'm telling y'all, we're not saying we're better than anybody. We are just saying that we believe that we are really good in this, and all the other guys, they belong on that same fucking mountaintop with us, and some of them are above us. Ray to tape 2.
Ray, that's my dog. Like that's the funny thing is, bro, is when you look at what happens, right, when we go live, bro, in the last few weeks.
Ray is my brother. That he just texted me yesterday. The other day. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, if you look at it, right, just in the last year, bro, there's no, I don't think there's anybody in radio YouTube that I respect and I wanted to work with that I haven't yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the last week, Murph was on my show.
Yeah.
We did a show with Sanjit together. Yeah. Right? Yo.
Now we have an official podcast with Sanjit.
Yeah, you know Sanjit. Mitch was on our show and we worked together. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Momotin. Everybody, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's no, bro, look, man, there's some guys that are out there that are like, new to the game and they doing their thing, man. And that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, yo, it all comes around and we all going to like work together and do our thing. You know what I'm saying? But when we did this because we actually have a real relationship outside of this YouTube shit. And we enjoy working with each other. Yeah. We enjoy that. And it's like, yo, just like right now, bro, look, man, I should be in the bed, right? But yo, my dog, and I said, man, let me talk some shit with my bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, the love and the connection is real, bro. This shit ain't about the money, bro.
No, and it's never been. It's never has been. You know what I'm saying? Ever in life. So when I hear that, it's just funny to me because it's a blessing to be able to do this for a living. Like I don't understand. I don't think y'all understand how many times I wake up in the morning and thank God that I could be able to talk Raider football and provide for my family. That shit is just a lovely thing, bro.
Yo, it did a guy like me, like, when you talk about this, and I'm not trying to act like I'm above it all, no disrespect to nobody, bro, but
Stu as well, King Gibby. Stu is definitely Mount Shieldmore with us as well. That's our brother.
But bro, like when it comes to me, you talk about bread, bro. I've been getting money a long time, bro. I have a pretty nice life. I've been making six figures for 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very well established man, bro. And my family can't really eat off of this YouTube shit. My overhead, I live in New Jersey, right? And I live in a nice neighborhood and I got a nice house and it costs a lot to live in this motherfucker. Yeah. I'm not making my $3,500 a month. And all of the property and shit that I got going on, I can't do that just doing YouTube. And I would never try to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But just understand, this has never been about that for me. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when I come on it,
you told me that day one, bro. Yeah. Day one. When I first talked to Wasted and we had a real true conversation, that conversation was, I work a full time, I have a career. I don't need this financially. This is something that kind of really helped Wasted. Like it kind of helped him save his life, bro. Like he was in a situation where he had a real health scare where his life was on the line. And this Raiders shit really helped him get right.
Bro, I was depressed because that's the first time in my life when I started doing this where I was home just like the fucks. I couldn't, my lungs were fucked up. I had COVID. I had issues with my heart. I still have issues with my lung. That y'all see sometimes I go off. I gotta fucking keep this fucking inhaler, which I never had. I was an athlete. I boxed. I never had an issue with my lungs. Now I do, right?
Shout out to Savage, bro. Appreciate it.
When I was getting over that shit, I sat around. Juicy T, bugging.
Stupid, Kenny.
I sat around and this shit pulled me out of that like depression. Like you like fuck, I'm home all the time. Like I don't know how this shit gonna go. And then I found this, and it's like a midlife crisis. My kids are getting older. My wife got a lot of shit going on. She's a professional. She's very busy. I'm very busy. My kids are moving and shaking now. So it's not like before where I would just come home now and I'm like, damn, where everybody at? Now when I come home, I do a pod. They come home. They come in. We have dinner together. Like it gives me an outlet. That's what this is for me. This is strictly an outlet for me. And all of the other things that come off of it is a bonus. I never thought this shit was gonna turn into what it turned into, but it's been a fucking love for me, and I'm so happy that I met the guys that I met, and I have the connection with a lot of the guys that I have, man, because it's a blessing, bro.
This is literally today, you guys, this is my 3rd season wrapping up. This is my 3rd year doing this. So
this is my 1st.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And this is, and look what wasted is 7,000 subscribers already. Like that's insane, bro. Like, and it's because of y'all, man. So, you know, like I said, we don't want to get emotional. And
get all like,
but no, but we want people to understand that we appreciate y'all to the fullest. And, you know, there's a lot of false narratives sometimes that gets created, and people want to do this and do that because the thing is, everybody feels something. Well, not everybody, but certain individuals feel we isolated ourselves. At the end of the day, this is my business. I can have whoever I want on screen with me. I don't have to bring every single person that asks to come on my channel. I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do for a living. When you have endorsements and you have advertisers and other things, you have to be careful of what you do, and you know what I mean, and be very, very hesitant on who you bring on your platforms moving forward. And now this is something that I'm doing for a living, and it's not something I'm just doing just for fun. It's still fun. It's always going to be fun. But this is something that I have to be very, very cautious of what I'm doing when I'm flying to Vegas every 2 weeks during the season to do shows and to meet up with people. You know what I mean? Like, it's a tough thing. So I just want y'all, man, we're going to never going to forget what comes first. That is always the shield. Period, point blank, the end.
Thanks.
The end. But I just want to shout out my brothers, Wasted, Andy, Hammer, Mitch, Ray the Tape, Honcho, Samoan, Kenny King, Cody, my brother Fitz, Murph, Swag, you know what I'm saying, Mike, just everybody that has done something and put in some work for
Big Mike.
And Big Mike, my guys that's on the rise. Big Mike. Yeah, put all those guys that are building. I put something out today and I said, don't stop. I remember when I had 0 people in my live, 0. And I would drop a video and get 20, 30 views. You guys do not stop your hustle. If you have a show, do not stop. Keep going, because potentially you can end up where we are. You can end up even higher. Where Mitch is, sky is the limit with this shit. Just continue to work, continue to grind. I'm telling y'all, man, like it's such a beautiful platform. And sometimes it can get kind of messed up and kind of tricky when you're dealing with people that want to make this personal, when it's all it is just Raider content. That's what it is. We're here to talk about Raider football. And yeah, we you know, we get personal with a lot of you guys because we hang out with y'all more than we hang out with our actual friends. You know what I mean? So we do look at this shit, you know what I mean? It's a family, but sometimes, man, you know, shit can go left and shit can go right, whatever it is. We're just saying, man, we here to stay. This ain't going anywhere. And we're going to continue to put the work in. And this year is going to be special because there is some big things in the works. Shout out to Rodgers. I don't think
that's what she said. Oh, I'm holding and release.
The first pause-worthy thing that Wasted has not said all day. You know what I'm saying? So I love it, man. T Severe, y'all have really inspired me to get on my grind. 2023 Severe Raider channel is starting back up. No excuses after seeing how y'all grind. Thank you.
Shout out to my. We got a lot of things, yo. Listen, you gotta understand something, yo. The one thing, if I ever wanted to bring anything to this, we're ready to switch truck. That's my guy. That's what's up. The one thing that I ever wanted to bring to this shit is bring a business head. Because I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to approach, whenever I do anything, I try to do it at a high level and I try to approach it in a business-like manner and try to be professional about it. So a lot of times we fuck around and we joke and we laugh because you got to do that because we're real people. But it's a certain level of professionalism that I like to bring to the table, and I'm gonna continue to try to do that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this shit to a level, man, where you guys are gonna. It's not just about YouTube. It's a lot of shit that's going on that's moving and grooving that y'all are gonna get behind and you guys are gonna support because it's good and because we put the work in. You know what I mean? So just look, man. Sit back, watch what's going to happen this offseason because there's a lot of special things that we're going to try to bring forth to the nation as a collective.
I agree, Walt. Grady has the best Raider channel. This is facts.
He called me Grady, yo. Grady from
I love it, man. With all that sappy ass shit.
Yeah, it's over now.
Guys, man, make sure you hit that sub button, y'all. Subscribe to DOX ENT. Also, go subscribe to my brother Wasted Talent. Raider Nation Unlimited. I want y'all to know as well, we have some community stuff coming up in the works. where we're going to start hitting the streets and putting in that work to help the community. We're going to be hitting the Jersey, New York area here soon. We're going to hit the West Coast. We're going to be not just walk, we don't just talk it, we walk it. You know what I mean? So stay tuned with a bunch of stuff that we got on the way. You got anything to say on the way out, brother?
Nah, man. All I gotta say is, man, yo, Raider up. Love all of y'all. Y'all have a beautiful night, and we gonna keep coming out and hitting y'all with that content all off season. You know the streets will never be dry as long as we around.
Talk that shit. We will be back sometime this week, you guys. I know Wasted will probably do a show tomorrow, giving his take on everything. We're waiting on Aaron Rodgers to come out of the darkness so we can speak on that. And then we have a few more days to see how this DC situation ends up. So we'll definitely give our takes on that as well. But we'll be breaking down free agency, the draft, everything. So stay tuned, man. We love y'all, man. We out. One. Hold on.